Hi, everybody. So happy that we have made this happen. And today, I and Shwam will give all of you a little taste about the RDD. Are you willing to have all of you, to be all of you in relationship? Oh,
That's true. Are you willing to have all of you in relationship? You
are
know,
you? Yeah.
yeah. Because it's like so many times relationships are so much about having the other person, but do you have all of you um, in relationships? And what's that even like?
Yeah. And I have seen so many people, especially in the Asian culture, so many women gave them up during in the relationship, and they're being a good mother, good wife, good, girlfriend, and all those roles they're playing. But the only thing missing is themselves.
Yeah,
So we change during this Zoom. Yeah.
we change, and that exactly like I mean, it's there in like in so many cultures about like to have a relationship with someone, you have to give yourself up. Also, like I actually, Hedy, when you just said that, I remember a few years ago, Gary asked me something about my husband, and I was like, I don't have a husband, Gary. And then he's like, what about your boyfriend? I was like, I don't have a boyfriend. And then he's like, well, that's because you don't like to be controlled, you know? So it's like, how many people actually, don't choose relationship because they don't want to be controlled? And because, the whole idea is that you will lose you, or you will lose your life, or you will lose your freedom. What do you what have we taught ourselves and trained ourselves that we lose if we have relationship, and what are
Yeah.
we gaining, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, everything that it times got billion this joint create all right wrong good and bad fun Paul Ornatius, boys powers and beyonds. Yeah, kind of like a relationship is never, necessary for anybody. Kind of like it's never a necessity for anybody. But kind of like if we have a really good relationship, we can gain a lot from that. Maybe kind of like we become much better person because of that relationship. And if we have the creationship, we can create way more, much way more than we are alone. That's also contributing to our life.
Yeah, like
Also,
it's about receiving contribution rather than yeah, actually, you know what, yeah, like I mean, probably like a good question to ask Hedy for everyone is like, what is the purpose of relationships? Why do you have relationship? And like not just romantic ones. Why do you have relationship? Like, and you can post your answers on chat, but what is the purpose of relationship?
yeah, what is the purpose of relationship?
To make us normal. Yes, I love that, Fenna. I'm sure Fenna has heard that answer so many times. Like, yeah, to make us normal. Oh my God, that is so true. Like, I was coming back from, I was bringing my mom back from the hospital, and on my way back, I was like, how many people do we have in our life who want us to be normal?
Exactly.
So what's the value of uh, uh, invite so how about instead of that, you start asking to invite people in your life who let you be extraordinary.
Yeah. And also, who also can like just a few days ago, I did a Zoom. Is the topic is are you normal or are you magic? Kind of like what if you invite those people who also believe magic and we can create magic together? You know, don't kind of like invite more than normal people into your life. What
Yeah,
if you invite more magical people
magical
into your
people,
life?
like, yeah, who are choosing to be extraordinary and who are willing to let you be extraordinary.
Yeah.
Like,
And
have you acknowledged, like, how many times in a day can you acknowledge that you are not ordinary, you are not normal?
yeah, everything that they times got didn't. Wow, this joint curdle. Roland Commercial's voice powers beyond. I have heard, some voice like, no, we are normal. We are just, Indonesian. We are just Asian. We are just Indian. We are just Chinese. No, you are not. You're infinite
Not.
being.
Yeah, you are not. Yeah, everything that is times the Godzilla, will you destroy and create it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, part and part, all nine, shows, boys, provides, and beyonds. So, what are you not, and what are you in relationships?
Yeah, and there is Poppy said that
Yeah,
I love to have someone to cuddle.
monogamously. I love that. I love that. Like, she's like, it's such a perfectly sentenced ask. I would like someone to cuddle monogamously so he doesn't go cuddle someone, or he or she doesn't go cuddle someone else. But yeah. Well, here's the thing about monogamous. Some of you may have read the book, or I think this is in Divorce-Less Relationship, or maybe somewhere else. But like Gary talks about, monogamous is where there's only one person in the relationship. That's them, not even you. Um, so so and then like that's such a and that doesn't mean like, yeah, like it's okay like if somebody is like, I don't know, bigamous. Like what's the opposite of monogamous? Like somebody who goes cuddles everybody. Okay, no, it's not
Yeah.
that oh yeah, like that is okay, but then yeah, it's such a bigger conversation. But how about like, what is choosing relationship in 10 seconds like, even?
Yeah, I mean, if you give up that, that idea, you may cut out everybody.
Yeah,
Girls, boys,
yeah,
everyone.
everyone, and then especially you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for us, we are infinite being. Actually, we are not separate with anyone. We are oneness, communion with everyone, with everybody. In order, to have two people, kind of like, or only have one person in your life, you will cut a lot, much part of you, and also can like, you will, how much energy are you using to go against your nature? The slot you truly be, you want to cuddle with anybody, want to receive and contribute to anybody. Everything that is all this joint create all Rarango Vamashas, boys, powers, and beyonds. Um,
Yeah.
then she,
Yeah,
yeah,
she
then
went
she,
to population and cuddles.
yeah,
Yeah. And sex. Yeah. It's an awesome ask. Only thing is, I think Hedy and I, we both are like, okay, how do we go into this topic in this intro Zoom? But it's a wonderful ask, and totally, yeah, why not? Like, have whatever elements that you would like to have in your relationship, and not about like, oh, well, in my culture this is the best it can be, or in this century this is the best, it can't get better than this. Like, how many it can't get better than this do we have? Yeah, complicated, complex relationship, no copulation, or copulation relationship, or threesome, or foursome, or one some, whatever it is that works for you. What are
yeah,
the elements, Yeah, go ahead
yeah.
and hit.
Exactly as what Sham said, that what works for you. This is the thing, kind of like if you want marriage and marriage works for you, then go to marry somebody. Or if only you want to have the romantic relationship, you want to, have the loving affairs with somebody, you don't want to go marry, then find somebody who has same target with you, and a relationship sometimes is like the deal deliver thing, kind of like, are we looking for the same thing, but you only want to have sex, and then somebody else wants a marriage, then when you guys are together, that will be miserable. But you want sex and the other person only wants sex, then you guys are good, a
Yeah,
good company.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's true. It is such a combination of agendas, okay? Like, how many marriages or relationships do we know, um, where one is in relationship for to have children, and the other one is in the same relationship to have money. They may have different agendas, but they're like, okay, here, as long as you pay me money, I will give you children. And the other person goes like, okay, you give me children, I'll pay you money. But it's like, the agendas combine, and then, voila, there is a marriage that works for them.
Yeah.
That may not work for you, but that works for them. What is it that works for you? I mean, for example, like, even a parent and children relationship. The child is like, well, you take care of my clothes and money and iPhone bills and everything, you know, and I will be cute and cuddly as long as possible. And the parent is like, okay, I will take care of this, but you take care of me in old age or whatever. In Asian culture, it's like, or in India, it is like, oh, I will take care of you when you are a kid. When I am old, you take care of me. But like agendas combine, and then, people have a relationship. What are your agendas with relationship?
Yeah, and are the relationship you're choosing kind of working for that or work against that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything that at times God didn't destroy and create or Raran Gobam shows boys, powers and beyond. This also kind of like goes to one element. You need to be quite vulnerable with yourself, quite honest with yourself. What are you looking for in the relationship? And if you are truly honest with yourself, I mean, what are you looking for in the relationship? What kind of relationship works for you? This is most of people are even not clear with, and even they don't want to say what they are truly desiring for because they think this, oh, that will be too evil, or that will be too much, oh, that's not impossible. Everything that is times got Dylan. Oh,
Right
this
and wrong, good and bad, for all night shots, boys, formats, and beyonds. I was, it's so funny. Just yesterday, like, like, I think it was like as if consciousness is trying to, prepare us for like this relationship conversation. But it's like yesterday, I just started watching this new series called Nobody Wants This. Okay, it has Kristen Bell and Adam Brody and stuff. Okay, and it had these 8 episodes, but it was so interesting because it was about a relationship, blah blah, in different religion and everything. But all episodes were about like them liking each other. That was the easy part. Okay, them finding each other after all like looking and everything, them finding each other. That apparently that was the easy part. Then the tough part begins, which is, him meeting her friends, her meeting his friends, him meeting his family, her meeting, whatever, like each other's families, and then announcing it to the world. And like, but it's like all of those were like so many complications and hurdles to overcome. I mean, and that in the journey, they were kind of like losing the plot of why are we even here? Because everything was like so complicated and so challenging. Um, h- how many of us actually see that going around in the world, where there are these insane complications in relationship? So then either we are like, stay away from people, no, no, or you lose what works for you, and then you go into something, into a relationship because you don't want to be alone.
everything that at times got Dylan destroy and create all Raran Gobam shows boys, powers and beyond. And I mean, just as we talk, can like what really works for you, can like if you are so clear that what works for you, and the other part is what works for the other person, because relationship is not only for you. Even in more complicated situations, we need to consider about like if marriage, you are not only marrying that person, their family also get involved, but for the romantic relationship, it's easier. Can like you just cuddle with each other, have sex with each other. You don't think about the future,
Yeah.
and that might be easy for people. Yeah, kind of like, but for marriage, that will be more complicated, and that's another topic we can have more discussion about. Yeah.
Complicated relationships. That's going to be our
Yeah.
next title.
Yeah, but till now, I mean, just first be clear. Okay, what is really working for you? Choose what works for you. Even you want to be the dirty, rotten billionaire and use your money to buy everyone, if it works for you, and for the other person, it works. Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah.
Very good emotions, boys, powers, and beyonds. Okay, I'm joking, but not joking.
But yeah, no, it's true. And and it really makes sense. And Seema said, like, like to do things that I have decided a woman can't do. How many of you are doing the opposite, either this or exact opposite of this, that I'm a woman, I can do everything on my own, or you're like, okay, there are only two or three things, the three times in a year or in like 5 years that I'm like, I wish I had, a husband, is when I have to relocate or I have to remove a suitcase from, from somewhere, like, or like open, like pull out stuff from storage. But I always joke about it. That's the only time I'm like, oh, I wish I had a husband. But really, like, um, you know, uh, what do you think that you can't do that a man can do for you? But do you get like how then you get caught in the universe of need, which is not a universe, which is a very finite reality where you want only a need fulfilled,
Yeah.
um, you know? And that's the thing, is like, and like next 5 days, Harry and I, like, we are having this 5 days Facebook challenge of like elements of intimacy and stuff. And, but it's like, is that honoring of you? Buying the lie that you need someone. Is that honoring of you?
Yeah. That is that is the first question I want to ask her. Is it truth or lie?
Yeah,
That you need somebody to do some things, you
yeah.
can do some things. It's yeah.
And then you can have that doesn't mean, oh, like, like how we also live like in this is 2024. We have seen our mothers lose themselves. At least I did. We've seen women lose themselves in in a man's reality. And then so many of us on the planet then also went into like, fuck off, fuck you world, just the burning bras thing, which I never understood because I love my bras. But the whole feminist thing of like, oh, I don't need a man. But those are like polar opposites, right? But the thing is, then you can have anybody in your life and receive the contribution when, like, when you're not coming from a space of lack. Then you can enjoy anybody and
Yeah.
everybody.
Yes. Kind of like if you don't have a need, you will not be controlled by anybody or anything. Kind of like there, if you have no need, you will enjoy more. Actually, you are not afraid to lose, but you can enjoy every moment you spend with them.
Yeah,
And kind of like if it's necessary, you can also handle by yourself. It's total freedom and total choice. Are
and
you willing?
gratitude.
Yeah, and gratitude. Are you willing to be that potent? Kind of like to be that. I mean, Gary ever said that kind of like the elegance of being needless, but you can receive from everybody. Because when you are in need, you actually are not receiving. You are taking, or you are kind of like don't want to lose everything that is times Goldillion. Wow, this joy and cradle. Whew.
Right, right.
Round shots, boys,
Sorry.
poets, and beyonds.
Yeah. She's raised her hand.
Yeah, and Sima.
Do you want to take,
This
do you
thing,
want to?
this
Okay.
thing came up, like as Shivam knows about me, like I quit my job and I am now a freelancer and I want to set up an IVF unit. So for that thing, like I wish I had a man who could handle all this stuff, purchasing the equipment, constructing the building, and also somebody who could drive my car because I don't know how to drive.
You can hire someone, right?
Yeah.
And we're hiring a man or a woman, or three. Three, like this is a staffing question. This is, I mean, and it's a great one. You're aware of what you require. So hire a driver, hire a facility manager, and then hire a purchase manager. So three job profiles already, you know?
And yeah, what are you making it about not having a man, but actually it's not relevant to whether you have a man or not. It's all the things you glomp together, but it's not really a relationship issue. It's not really because that you don't have a man in your life. Will you destroy and create all wrong, good, and bad, horrendous boys, powers, and beyonds? It seems you don't really want a relationship. You want somebody who can work for you.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And that's good. See, that's the thing. That's great awareness. Now, instead of doing the relationship part of it, who can you hire who will love to contribute to you and receive salary from you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes it easy.
Yeah,
I don't have
and
to
cheap.
torture myself.
Yeah, yeah. And you don't have all the, responsibilities kind of thing, a girlfriend have. You can just, okay,
Yeah,
pay him money and let him work for you. That's
yeah.
easy. That's also a relationship done
That's a
differently.
relationship. And that's the thing. It's like, oh my God, yeah, like the work relationship and staffing relationships as a boss. Where do you get lost in the relationship part of creationship?
Mm.
Wow.
Because like how Seema said, like these are creationships. Like, hey, somebody who's a purchase manager for you for your IVF facility, or somebody who's a facility manager. These are amazing creationships you have with your staff. But where do you get caught and lost in the relationship drama of it, rather than the hey, this is what we're here to create?
Maybe it's something that I hear from people around me that you are single, so you can't do that.
Yeah, how many
Oh,
projections? Yeah, how many? I'm sorry, Henny, go ahead.
yeah. That's really kind of like first, it's a lie. You have already known about it. Kind of like, does an infinite being, what can an infinite being cannot do?
Yeah,
Nothing. Yeah. Kind of like if you really desire it, you can make it happen. But actually, you don't need a relationship to get those things done. And everywhere you have bought other people's projections and expectations about what you cannot choose, what you cannot be, and what you cannot do, will you destroy and create all? Woo!
yeah.
We're
Right,
wrong.
wrong, good and bad, cotton pop, online shorts, boys,
Conscious
products, and
with pros
beyond.
and beyonds.
And who does not have a projection? Because this reality, everybody has a projection and an opinion about everybody's relationship status. So each one of you, whether you're single, married, divorced, whatever, whichever part, whatever your relationship status is, like how many of you are aware of others' projections on your current relationship status or your relationship reality? Everything that is, can you please destroy and uncreate it all? Let it go. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pop, pop. Everywhere that's controlling you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pop, all nine shorts, boys, provides, and beyonds.
And also, kind of like how many, those inventions, needs are even not projected by people, but by the society, but by this reality, that what is possible, what is not possible, kind of like make you lose the hope of the relationship which really works for you, and lose the possibility
Yeah.
to choose everything which is working for you. It might not working for others in every area of your life. Wow, will you destroy and create all? Whew.
Right, wrong, good, and bad, pot, and pop, all nine shorts, boys, provides, and beyonds. And these are the places where we start to lose clarity of what's even true for us, what works for us,
Yeah.
what works for you. Um, what if, like the title of this call, are you willing to be all of you in relationships? What if you being all of you was about actually creating joyful relationships? What if now you had the freedom and the ability to enjoy enjoy relationships and enjoy contribution, enjoy the engagement.
Yeah.
Like, what if that became your primary, um, driving whatever, what if that became your source and platform for having your relationship reality, to enjoy, to engage, to create more joy in any kind of relationship?
Hmm.
Everything that doesn't allow that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all mine, shorts, boys, proverbs, and beyonds. And the message?
Yeah,
And
thank you so much. Thank you, Shivam and Hedi.
You're most welcome.
yeah.
And
And
okay, I ask another question?
sure.
How do we know that we are not being all of us, or I'm not being all of me? Maybe I don't have a relationship like a romantic one, but then I have a relationship with my family also. So how do I know I'm not being all of me? What are the indicators or the pointers?
You are not happy, you are not joyful, you are not as light as you were, you are not as magical as you are. Yeah, there, yeah, and kind of like this also, is about the five elements of intimacy.
Um,
Kind of like if you have the five elements of intimacy with yourself, you will know.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing about elements of intimacy with you. Start to have clarity, and you start to have such a different sense of you that even like you walk into situations where you're not being you, you're not being you, and you're like, okay, fine, all right, this is not my and you start to know which is your reality, and you're
Yeah,
like, yeah, this is not my reality. Like, and then that awareness starts to, carry forward in your world. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Sorry.
I don't know either. Someone called Henry.
Participants. Let me see.
Oh, Henry is a writer, yeah. I'm I'm kidding. my
Henry
my
L.
humor. Yeah,
Right.
that's a good idea. That's a good I mean that's a good question actually. Yeah, kind of like why we want to do the five elements of intimacy thing. Kind of like I have found so many problems people have in relationships actually starts from they don't have the intimacy with themselves.
Yeah.
Then they are not kind of like when they are losing themselves, they don't know. And they are actually, and it's an infinite being. You cannot don't know. Actually, it's a lie.
Yeah.
Everything that attempts got in disjoint Rarangobon, shots, boys, powers, and beyonds. Only kind of like when you don't have the intimacy with yourself, then you may pretend that you don't know. Oh, but if you are truly, vulnerable with yourself, honoring yourself, be grateful for
Yeah.
yourself, and allowing yourself, trusting yourself, actually, kind of like you cannot lie to yourself any longer. Then everything becomes easier.
And then that's the thing. And then you have such a different, you start trusting yourself in such a different way. You start to actually get a sense of what is trusting yourself even, mean like or look like. Because it's like most of the times we like people don't know when they are being them or not being them because there's no trust.
Yeah,
There's no vulnerability. Like if vulnerability is like where barriers are not there, right? And barriers are the first things that take away clarity from your world.
yeah, and it's also kind of like I mean, when we are not truly, vulnerable with ourselves, how many times can like we really don't enjoy this relationship any longer, and but we still insist that oh we have to stay here, and we should not kind of like break up. No,
Yeah.
that's terrible. So this is why in the RDD class we have this special class kind of like called breaking up is ease.
Easy.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, easy. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, which is the thing. It's like, well, it's like, so yeah, like how many people actually lose a sense of clarity the minute they start interacting with anyone they're in relationship with? And I don't mean just boyfriend, girlfriend, husbands, like even your parents or even your staff, right? You have a relationship with them. You start interacting with them, you immediately go into their world, you lose the clarity that you have, and then by the end of the day, you're like, I am tired,
Yeah.
like I'm exhausted. But where, like, how much are you aware, and how much actually can you acknowledge that your reality is reality of clarity? It's a universe of clarity, it's a universe of knowing.
Yes, and how much are you trying to play all kinds of roles in other people's reality, and then you lose your reality?
Yeah,
Kind of like you lose yourself in all kinds of people's realities. So
yeah,
everything that it times got
yeah.
Dylan, John
Right or
Cradle.
wrong, right or wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all night, shots was for was everything. And it's like we have these amazing new topics of personalities and autonomy coming up. Like one
Yeah.
of the why, and like I started noticing that, oh my God, I get tired around people because my autonomy gets challenged.
Yeah.
And
Also,
I'm like, yeah,
and also the personalities are activated.
yeah,
Different people's different personalities activate your
yeah.
personalities, and
And then
then you lose yourself.
yeah,
Well,
how many of you trigger others' personalities? And how many,
oh,
just in general, like, yeah, okay, so everything that brings up, terms of God, silly, will you destroy and create it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all nine shorts, boys, perverts, and beyonds. But like, like, forget about, okay, like, personalities, yes, but like, how many of you, when you walk the earth, are triggering, like, have you acknowledged that? Are triggering different energies in different people's worlds. And they are not necessarily bad or negative energies, right? They could be inspiring energies. But like, have you acknowledged that? And that's another thing about like knowing you,
yeah.
which is so much
So,
about like the elements of intimacy. But yeah,
yeah. So kind of like the purpose of RDD relationship done different is, is assist us to have ease with anyone, with anybody, in with any relationship. Kind of
including
like,
you.
yeah, including yourself. This
Yeah.
is a target of RDD. Make every relationship is joyful for you. Kind of like even when the situation gets difficult, kind of like you can still have this joy, glory
Yeah.
in those situations, in those relationships. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a miraculous of these tools. Can like every time when I facilitate these classes and before that, some shit will kind of like expose or some miraculous things I will notice in all my relationships, the way I engage with people. Kind of like what if kind of like all these tools are inviting you to look at all those areas of your life which work, which doesn't work, and we change those which doesn't work, and we have more of those which works. Everything doesn't love that. Disjoint cradle. Ooh, Rarango shots, voice powers, and
And
beyond.
that's the thing. It's like how much, like, okay, so like take a look at any relationship you have. How much have you eliminated even the possibility that you have choice? And the choice is not only about to stay in a relationship or leave a relationship, but you have a choice to transform the relationship. You have choice to be the nine trannies in relationship. Like you have a choice to be the healing energy in relationships. And now, if you empower yourself with all of those abilities without trying to fix anything, um, really, like, what is a relationship reality that's available to you because you're asking for it?
Yeah, that's it. Kind of like be the 91 is kind of like in the relationships. Wow. And also that's kind of like being all of you. If
Yeah.
you can't be all of you, you cannot have 91. Yeah. So, does anybody have any question kind of like about your relationship issues and your dirty little secrets? We are happy to hear.
Yes, write to us about your dirty little secrets. We
Yeah.
enjoy them. Yeah, but it's like, I mean, there's a sense of silence or a space that's there, that's opening up. And
Right.
yeah, and what if actually that is the space of you with relationships?
Yeah.
And how,
Peace.
yeah, and how quickly we lose it, and what if you didn't have to lose it anymore?
Yeah. Kind of like that. What if you can have ease, joy, glory? You know, whatever other people in your life are choosing.
Yeah,
Kind of like even kind of like your partner is choosing drama, trauma, but you can still be peaceful and joyful.
yeah,
Kind of like I met I just I just it's quite funny. I met Andrew and Diana kind of like in the essay class, and their relationship really inspiring for me. Kind of like that. It's quite funny. Kind of like sometimes Diana is doing the drama thing and not happy, and Andrew turns kind of like I want her to be happy, and then he gives up. Okay, if she's not happy, she can remains unhappy, but I can be happy. How many times can like if your partner is not happy, but you choose, oh, I should be unhappy with her together. I yeah, I think that it times got in this John Cradle, right? 个我们 shows boys Paul 的 Beyonce.
yeah,
What if can like if even other people choose, not happy or
yeah.
not ease, but you can
Do
still
you,
choose is joy
yeah,
glory.
do
Yeah.
you give yourself permission to be happy if your partner is not happy, if your parents are not happy, if your child is not happy? Have you noticed that about you? Where do you go? Or like, or do you become, or do you go like, oh, I'm a terrible, terrible person if I am happy when my child is having a bad day? I mean, my mother, she recently chose. Yeah, she's just choosing different types of health dramas because she's like bored. So she recently chose like like 3 4 weeks back after I came back from Vienna. She's like, oh no, I should make Shivam busy. So like a health blah 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 blah. But it was like so interesting that yeah, like for me, like every day it was like okay, either I get sucked in her drama and misery and look what has happened and how difficult and when and every day she's like why does this keep happening to me, why does this keep happening to me, and and then I was like okay, well, you know what, fine, I'll take you to doctors and everything. And there was this whole miraculousness movement that I was being with different doctors and like making it all work and making it happen, but at the same time also acknowledging that the ease is, I am asking for ease because this has to be ease for me, and acknowledging that if I let her dominate, let her choice of not having ease dominate, we're both fucked. Okay.
Yes.
So I was like, she can be as miserable as she likes, but I am choosing ease. And and today like we had her surgery and everything in the morning, and it was like everything has been like so EJG that she's a little bit confused because this is not how this is supposed to happen. Are you willing to let others in your relationships get confused with the amount of ease, joy, and glory you choose? Like, you know, what if you actually can go like, okay, universe, can you make this easy for me? I get that they may not be willing to be happy. Okay, you can't change that, but they may not be choosing ease. But then if your child is not choosing ease and you have to do something about it, are you willing to see that your ask of consciousness and choosing ease, joy, and glory is actually the dominant energy in the relationship?
Yeah. That is, are you willing to be, yeah, are you willing to be, I mean, to let the reality of consciousness, the reality of its joy, glory, I mean, to be the dominant energy, dominant space in your relationship? Even kind of like, when you choose not ease, but let the
Yeah,
universe really and consciousness has your back also.
yeah. And have you noticed that if you're not choosing ease, you're pretty magical at that too. Like you will create like unease at such a degree to such a degree. So what if you could use that potency and ability to create more ease, um, and let ease, joy, and glory dominate your relationships?
Yeah,
Everything that doesn't allow that times a gazillion will you destroy and create it all.
yeah.
Right and wrong, good and bad, hot and cold, all that.
Shivam, can I share something?
Yes, Pinay.
Do you remember when lockdowns? I go to Bali and a lot of people like, oh, how fun you, how fun you like holiday in Bali when everyone get COVID and
Lockdown.
lockdown.
Yeah.
And then my brother's calling me, and my brother said I got a COVID, and then just suddenly my word that more happiness like drop.
Yeah.
And then you ask me a question.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, how many people jealous on you when you are so happy and just like, wow. And
Yeah.
since that, I just aware. So
Yeah.
I choose more of me. Even
Yeah.
I'm aware of that too.
And that's
Yeah.
the thing. And thank you for sharing that. And that's the thing. It's like, what if you can be aware of others' reactions and don't have to react to their reactions?
Yeah, that is also kind of like the tools of RDD can facilitate us. Kind of like when I like have reactions about what you are creating, you're having, and your reality. What if you can choose you no matter what, and even turn it up, not kind of like at the effect of anyone. What if you can, in the face of judgment, you can turn it up? Everything doesn't love that. Wow, this joint create all. Whew.
Right, wrong, good, bad, hot,
Around
cold, all that.
conscious voice power. Yes. Yeah.
Aw, it's such a beautiful space.
Exactly.
Someone posted something on chat.
Yeah, I see that. Um, this is from Mali. How to allow ourselves more to have better relationship with ourselves. Sometimes I feel like I make the wrong decision and feel bad and blame myself afterwards. Cool. Yeah, first is kind of like the blame is what? His distractor implants.
It was love.
Yeah, and all the distractor implants in your relationship will you destroy and create all. Wow. 让让我们 shows boys powers and beyonds. And how much can like you feel wrong in the relationship is yours, or are you aware of other people's, projections or their points of view that you are wrong? Are you really wrong, or are you choosing for yourself? What if come like if when you choose for yourself, even other people think you are wrong. If you don't have a point of view, you are neither right or wrong, but you are just strong. Everything that it times got in it. Wow, this joint critical.
Right and wrong, good and bad, hot and cold, all that. Shows boys forward.
And how to allow ourselves more have a better relationship with ourselves. The tool I really like is still comes back to the 5 elements of intimacy. That's really potent. I will kind of like use them kind of like everywhere I am not honoring myself, everywhere I'm not grateful for myself, everywhere I'm not trusting myself, and everywhere I'm not be vulnerable with myself, be allowing of myself. I will destroy and create all. Rarango Vanshas, wow, voice powers and beyonds. Yeah.
Yeah. We have this, I'm not sure if it's there in the RDD manual anymore. Probably it still is. We have this topic in RDD manual about how much do you see yourself from other people's realities?
Wow. Mm.
You look at yourself, you. So it's like how much of your relationship with you is based on how other people see you? How much of your everything that is, Samsa Godzillion will you destroy and create it all? right and wrong, good and bad, part and parcel, all my shows, boys, provides me us. Now, how much of your relationship with you is based on how other people relate to themselves? Everything that is times the God's will you please destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, part, parcel, all my shows, boys, provides me us. Do you get that? Like, in neither of these scenarios, where is your reality with your relationship with you? What is your unique reality? Where is it? So everywhere, everywhere, like, what if today is a day where you allow your unique reality of relationships uh, to birth, to breathe, to live, to thrive? Everything that doesn't allow that, will you please destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pop, online, shorts, voice, provides, because no one is is supposed to should tell you how you should be, how you what your relationship reality has to be. It's you, each one of us has our unique relationship reality, and if we don't allow it to exist, who will? Everything that brings up times the God Celine, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, common powerful,
Yeah. And I sense, you know, the journey of loving yourself more and having a better relationship with yourself. I mean, it's a marathon. It's not kind of like a short running. You need to kind of like develop the, you know, better relationship with yourself every day by every little choice. What if kind of like today I'm honoring myself more. Today I'm more grateful for myself and all those, you know, 5 elements of intimacy and all the, you know, kind of like what can I do today to really care more about myself? What can I do today? Can I choose today? Really take good care of myself.
Is blaming you kind to you? Is blaming
Yeah,
you honoring of you? Is you judging you honoring of you? So why would
yeah,
you choose that? I mean, I used to have like, oh my God, I used to struggle with this thing of, I don't love myself, because that's true. Like I didn't like, and I was like, how do I? And then like, I was sitting in this hypnotherapy class, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. And then he was like, write 10 things about things that you love about yourself. I had none, zero. Okay. And the whole class and the facilitator like kind of like made fun of me, and they were like, how can you not love yourself at all? I was like, I don't even know what loving me means, so then I struggled. So of course, like, because everybody judged me, so I judged me for not loving myself. So I thought like maybe I'm a self-sabotaging, self-hating, whatever. Okay. Um, I struggled with it for many, many years until I came across elements of intimacy. The elements of intimacy, so what if instead of like you loving yourself, what if you actually started choosing honor, trust, vulnerability, gratitude, allowance of yourself? What if you actually stepped away from how this reality relates and teaches you to relate with itself? What if you tried the elements of honor, trust, vulnerability, and gratitude, and allowance with yourself?
yeah. That's cool. And this is why we have the free challenge. And also we have the class, RDD class, in English in Indonesia, upcoming very soon. And Fana will be our host for this class. And also, we will have the 5 elements of intimacy class online. Um, so let's start from kind of like really have intimacy with ourselves. What
Yeah,
if every day kind of like we explore
yeah,
one element and
yeah.
we just explore what is really honoring to me? Yeah, what is really allowing myself? What is really kind of like be grateful for myself? What is that? Let's just explore and play, because all these tools are not, the serious, kind of like you have some disease, you have some problems, and we are doctors, we give you the tools, we give, and we do the operations on you. It's not like that. But all the tools, like, it's for fun, it's for play, it's for exploring. And during the process, we'll notice so many things kind of like we ignored before. And so many things will become more clear. You will have more awareness and clarity, and that will kind of like expand into all the areas of your life. How does it get any better than this?
Yeah, really,
Yeah.
truly. And it's like people are energies, right? But it's like, what if you allowed every energy, people's energies, people's realities, to enrich your world, um, without you ever having to leave your reality? I,
Wow.
you know, is that possible? Can you do it? Can you create it? Can you have it? What if you can?
Yeah. And kind of like that's a very nice suggestion. Kind of like yeah, let people's energy enrich your world. Kind of like yeah, we are never, I mean, really kind of like separate, separating from each other. So what can we receive and contribute to each other? Mm-hmm. Is Amelia has any question?
No, that's not.
I sense that he is kind of like
Is there a hand raised?
yeah, I don't know. Is Amelia having any question?
Just live or could be online. Relationship class, done different class. The 3 day class is live in Indonesia and online as well.
Yeah.
And then we are also taking like a deeper dive into elements of intimacy, which will be 5 calls in November. That will be online only.
Yeah, that will be online. And from tomorrow, we will have the free challenge thing. Can every day we will explore about one element of intimacy with yourself. Yeah, kind of like you might need to face yourself a
Yeah,
lot more.
yeah. And it's like, yeah, let's use that, like each day, like will be, like for tomorrow, for example, tomorrow, like we start with honor. Let's be present of each all of our worlds and realities, and let's explore that like together energetically and also on Facebook. Let's
Yeah,
explore for each one of us what that
yeah.
is.
Yeah, and can anyone post the Facebook link to people? And I think people, some may not
Yeah.
be in that group, and people can join through that link. And Amelia Kuo has another question. And can this all the tools for other use for other areas, like for business? Yes, for money, business, earth,
Yeah.
everything.
Co-workers, bosses, not just like family and sexual relationships, and your relationship with your body. Like I think Hedy said that. Yeah, your relationship with your business, your relationship with Earth. What does Earth know about you that you can receive? And your relationship with consciousness or whatever.
Wow. That's really kind of like every time when I talk about relationship, I got excited. Yeah, because I see so many. I have kind of like you know, got so many people told their stories about relationships, and see them go through all the ups and downs in their relationships, leaving the unhealthy relationship and embracing more healthy relationships, and all those kind of things. Kind of like sometimes when you change one area of your life, other areas can also be changed. Like if you live a really, toxic relationship, that will change so much in all the areas of your life. For example, money, for example, business. How many people are gaslighted in their relationships, current relationships, but they are not aware. And they think that they are so bad, so worthless. But
Yeah.
actually they are so beautiful, so kind.
And
What is
that's so true. Like,
yeah,
yeah, like, one thing like I learned, actually, money taught me how to be loved. Like the lover energy that money was for, my first question was, okay, show me money. How would you, like, how are you a lover to me? And when I started receiving those energies, I was like, this is what being having a lover is like, and that changed my relationship with men. And I was like, oh, I'm happy to have this energy from all men. And like, but at the same time, like, money taught me, like, there was an education I got from money how to be in romantic relationships, and that was what can I receive in romantic relationships, and that changed
yeah,
everything for me.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Does anybody has any other question or whatever? Yeah. I think yeah, we have kind of like cleared a lot and we have played a lot and I'm also looking forward and the basic kind of like is people you guys can share and also post your way of honoring yourself and be grateful for yourself. Although the challenges in our Facebook group. Um,
All right.
yeah.
And we have, yeah, and and if you're on the Facebook group, you don't have, like, yeah, we're here to engage. Would love to engage with you for the infinite possibilities.
5 days. And hope to see you guys, some of you in the live class in Indonesia. I'm so excited for that class, upcoming class. And
Thank you,
let's play.
everyone.
Yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, thank you. Thank you, Shwam. Thank you, Fena. And
Thank you,
yeah,
Fena. Bye.
thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.